All right, we're back. We're going to use the wonton wraps. Okay. We're going to use a pound of hamburger meat, which we really don't need a whole pound, but this way we'll have extra. Taco seasoning, Mrs. Dash basil. We're going to use some Lawry seasoning salt, some onion powder, some garlic salt, some salsa, and some soy sauce. These are all the items that we're going to be using to make my mini taco salads. Okay? I'm going to get this meat browned up. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to put it on the skillet. I'm going to let you see me dump some of this stuff in there, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. I'm going to put in some soy sauce. You can see how much that is. Can you see how much I'm putting in? I'm going to add some garlic salt. Not too much, because we still want to put all the flavors that we want in here. And then don't forget, we're still going to add some taco seasoning. And taco seasoning has, his stuff. So we don't want to go too crazy. That's some Lawry's. Some basil. We love layering our food up. Love adding flavors. Remember, you have to flavor your food. Your food has got to have flavors. I'm going to brown this up on a medium heat. And then when I get ready to add in the salsa and the taco seasoning, which is going to be closer to the end of the browning process, I'll come right back and let you see. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and heat this up over medium heat. We're going to brown this up. And the meat has to cook first. So once we get this to the point where we're going to add that salsa, and when we're going to add the taco seasoning, because see, right now, all we're going to do right now is just brown it up. That's all we want to do right now. We just want to brown this hamburger meat up. Okay? And once we brown it up, I'll be back and I'll show you the next step. Okay? I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Well, I just put in 1/3 of a cup of water, as you can see. So now I'm going to add the taco seasoning. Okay? And let that water cook with it. There we go. And remember, when you put some of this stuff in here, remember, keep it in mind, you've already seasoned this meat once. So we're just going to let that simmer for a few minutes. We're going to incorporate all that taco seasoning in with all this meat. And I'm just going to let this simmer until most of that water cooks out. As you can see, it's not very much. So about 15 minutes, I'm going to let this simmer and get all that taco seasoning incorporated. We want it to touch every piece of this meat. Meat overboard. Clean that up. And we're just going to let this cook. I won't even say 15 minutes, maybe 10 at the most. 10 minutes at the most. Because this is the water is already pretty much gone. So I'm just going to turn off the heat. No, I'm not. I'm going to show you how much salsa we're going to put in there. Because as you can see, it's almost completely gone. Now we're going to put the salsa in here. Okay, that's enough. So that's about half a cup. Not even half a cup. I'll say more of 1/3. And then we're going to incorporate all of that in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat and just mix this together because I don't need it to cook any longer. But it's still going to cook. It almost has the sloppy Joe consistency, but not quite. So I'm going to incorporate this a little bit more. I'm going to get out the next thing that we're going to do, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and spray this. I don't have to, but I'm going to. This is what I use. My Crisco butter nonstick. I mean, you don't have to use these cups. I just like to use them simply because it saves me a little bit with my cleanup. I'm going to go ahead and spray these just in case the wonton wrappers decide they want to stick a little bit. All you do is take it, stick it in there, push it down a little bit. Kind of like I did with my mini pot pies. Stick it in there a little bit. See how the cute little boat that it makes? And this is going to be our taco salad shell. Again, mini taco salads. Now we're just going to put the meat in here and let this wonton, bake up and shape up. And then when it comes out, we're going to garnish it. And I'll show you what that looks like once we get to that point. And you only need to bake this in the oven. Again, you need to pay attention because, your oven may not cook the same as mine. Because this about 15 to 20 minutes, this will be done. I mean, you don't want it to get black and blue, but you definitely want it to get a little brown. Okay? So I'm just going to continue to keep putting these in here. And you can make as many as you want of these because I don't know how many of these things come in a package. But I normally freeze it when I'm done. But I won't freeze it this time because I've got so much extra meat. So I'll probably make another batch of this throughout the week for my children. But as you can see, you got this whole side right here. And then you got this whole side here. And it doesn't say how many's in here. But I mean, it's quite a few. I don't see where it says how many's in here. Nope. It does not tell you how many's in the package. Or it does and I just don't see it. But like I said, this is me bending it. This is one whole stack here, one whole stack there. As you can see, here is our yummy meat. You can see that's plenty. You don't need to put a whole lot in here. But of course, this is your meal. Make it how you want to. You can put in as much as you want. Okay? I'm just using a spoon. I'm putting a spoon in. Just one spoon. You can put in as much as you want, but just keep in mind, the cup will run it over once you start adding your lettuce, your tomatoes, whatever you want to add. These are bite size. I mean, 2 bites, you have it done, but some people, 1 bite is all they need. So I'm just going to finish putting these in here. And then I'm going to put this in the oven. And like I said, bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Like I said, depending on your oven, 15 to 20 minutes. That's all it's going to take. And you can absolutely use ground turkey instead of using hamburger on this. I'm using hamburger because that's what me and mine like. Like I said, with every recipe that I make, you make it your own. It has to be something that you and your family loves. And see how much meat I got left over. That's quite a bit. I mean, you can make some burritos and make some tacos with that. Or do like I am, put it in a package. I'm going to put it in a Ziploc and save it for later. Uh-oh, I forgot a cup. You guys didn't tell me I forgot a cup. There we go. And then I'm just going to put this in the oven. Bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then when I'm done, I'll come back and show you how we're going to garnish it. I'll be back. Okay, as you can see, I've taken them out of the oven. This is what we look like. Okay. See how the shells are intact? Gave you your little boat action. And I've already taken the papers off of them. Little cupcake papers. Now, all you got to do is build. And cheese that you like. This is the one I had open in the refrigerator. Doesn't take much. Just put a little cheese in there. You want to get it on that meat while that meat is good and hot. And so it can get all good and melty and gooey. So we're just going to put a little cheese on these. You can build these any way you want. You can, even when you're making your meat, you can add beans to it. Because if you add beans to it, it'll make it a more filling meal for your family. So that these they won't eat as many as fast. Little lettuce. Look at that. Mini taco. Look at that. Mini taco salads. Look at that. I mean, does that not look delicious or what? And again, you can build these any way you want. You can put guacamole in them. You don't have to use the sour cream, but you can use sour cream and guacamole. But remember, they're small, so you can only get so much in these little small ones. You could probably do bigger ones if you did the other wrappers, the egg roll ones. You could do them bigger. And then a little tomato. Put a little tomato in there. Look at that. And like I said, the way you want to make these, you can do them any way you want. They are so good. Everybody will love them. You can just use meat and cheese if that's what you want to do. I think I'm going to add a little bit of cheese on mine just to make it a little bit prettier. Look at that. Isn't that delicious looking? And then I'm going to top some with sour cream because some people like sour cream in my house. Some don't. Some prefer salsa. Some put sour cream on a couple. Put salsa on a couple. And again, I say you can make these any way you want. And we're done. And we're done. Mini taco salads. Look at that. Look at that. Mini taco salads. I didn't put anything on the ones in the middle. I put sour cream on the two on the end and saucing on the other end. And I'll let my family decide what they want to put on the other ones. And again, I made 12 of these. There you go. Everybody have a blessed evening. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye.